What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the LD world. We are back today. We are going to give you guys some tips on how to do some apartment hunting in Barcelona. We're going to tell you guys a little bit about our experience with doing apartment hunting. So it's just our tips and a little bit of things, some things that we learned.
Yeah, whether you're moving long term or short term, we're gonna give you tips for both.
Yeah, so hopefully this video will help you in your apartment search in Barcelona.
Yeah.
But you guys know what to do before we begin. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you like this video or any of our content, and go ahead and smash that subscribe button to join the family and turn on that notification bell so you can be alerted when we post.
There's so many buttons.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it. So before we even get into all the apartment searching, we're going to talk about what to do when you actually come to Barcelona.
Before you even come here, don't get an apartment while you're still
living abroad.
Yeah.
Yes. So with Barcelona, it's one of those places that you have to see before you buy.
And not just see, you have to like test the things in here.
Yes, because that's another thing. It'll look good in pictures, some pictures. It'll look good in pictures, but when you actually get there, it may not be what it looks like. So that means you actually have to come here and kind of live here for a while.
Just don't get an apartment while you're still in your home country or whatever.
In the meantime, you have to book either an Airbnb or a hotel.
Yeah.
Now, most people, they're like, oh, I'm gonna stay in Barcelona, so I'm gonna book a hotel in Barcelona.
In the city.
Barcelona is increasing in pricing, so we highly recommend that you book it either an Airbnb or a hotel outside of the city.
There's so many like small towns close to the city that you can still hop on the train. And it's only like 20 minutes away. That's what we did. Yeah. And it saved us a lot
of money. We were able to actually stay in a hotel or Airbnb. Now, take in mind, we had to do a little bit of bouncing around because, like I said, a lot of people are coming into Barcelona, so they're booking like that. So we had to do a little bouncing around, but we were actually able to save a lot of money.
But you don't have to bounce around. If we would have booked our place for a longer term.
That's true.
You don't have to bounce around. We just weren't like.
That was poor planning on our part. Yeah. We definitely thought we were going to get into a place a lot sooner than we actually
that's
did.
Another thing. I would give yourself like at least 1 month.
Maybe 2.
Yeah.
Maybe 2, because it's taking a little bit of time now to actually find a place. So when you're looking here, stay outside of the city. The public transportation is super, super easy here. So you can get a train, taxi, into the city in the morning, help with your apartment search, so on and so forth. So don't stay in the city. I'm telling you, you're gonna save a lot of money by doing that.
Yeah. Unless you have a lot of money and
then you can go stay on one of the yachts down there at the port. How we found an apartment in Barcelona, pretty much the sources that we use to search.
Obviously, I used to live here, so I knew more or less how to do it.
Yes.
The first thing that we did was go on Idealista.
Yes.
Idealista, however you want to pronounce it.
I call it Ideal Lista.
I say Idealista, so we'll put it on the screen. We found our apartment there. We looked at the apartment, talked to the owners, figured out the paper stuff.
That's pretty much how we found our apartment. So the tips that we have on that is make sure to search Idealista. Now there's another website that you can search as well, which is Spotahome.
Yeah, that's more for like short term.
Yeah. Like
they have long term, it's just more expensive. So if you're coming here for long term and you want to sign a 5-year lease, then leash.
No, it's definitely a lease.
If you want to
talk about dogs.
If you want to sign a long-term lease,
yes, then
Idealista is where you want to find your apartment, because Spotahome and all those, they have like hidden fees and even more fees than Idealista.
Normal.
So yeah, the Spotahome and all of those websites, they have furnished apartments
for people looking to
quickly just find an apartment.
Quickly find a place and travel there.
Idealista is more like you will find unfurnished apartments. So it's more for like if you're settling down.
Yeah, if you're settling down.
Idealista, if for long term. If not, we'll put on the screen a few websites that you can look up if you're coming here for like 6 months, 1 year. So how often should you search?
Oh my gosh. Being from the States, it's not like, oh, I like this apartment building, I'm just gonna apply.
Oh, you have a good credit score. Oh, you got it.
No. Here, you have to be on Idealista 24/7, because as soon as a place that you might be interested in, pops up, it's gonna go away that fast. As soon as you're interested in something, apply for it.
Download WhatsApp, by the way. Send them a WhatsApp, call them, email them.
Google Translate, everything. Spam them.
Yeah.
Because they won't reply to you as soon as possible. Spam them.
Yeah.
Set up an appointment every single time you find a place that you're either moderately interested in. It may not be your dream home, but if you're like, oh, this is nice, set the appointment.
One of my best tips when searching for apartments, don't always go for the like good looking pictures. So sometimes the older people take photos and it's not the nicest
not the
photo.
best looking photos.
That's what happened with us. Like I saw this apartment and I was like, the photos are really, really bad.
I actually didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't like it either, but I was like, it kind of looks good. Like it was so dark but then when we came here, it was
beautiful.
We walked in and
really
we
nice.
were like, oh my God. What I'm saying is like, just try to go see as many apartments as possible. If you see something about it, go check it out.
If it's moderately nice, go check it out. If you're interested in staying in one part of the city, expand your search. It doesn't matter if you live over there, you can, transportation is super easy, you can get everywhere.
Yeah.
So stay on Idealista 24/7, always refresh your screen, always refresh it because something new pops up. All right, so let's say you finally found your apartment, you're gonna go do the tour, you're actually in the building. Oh my gosh, this place is beautiful, I love this apartment. Now comes the fun part. For me, it's the fun part.
I don't have residency.
Yeah, you don't have your residency yet. You're here working remotely. How are you gonna figure all that out? You have to sell yourself to the agency. There's a couple of reasons why. Like we said it so many times, so many people are moving into the city. So you have to sell yourself as quiet. They're not too big on selling to students. So students, we're gonna give you guys, we're gonna give you guys that little tip. Don't say you're students, because once you tell them they're students, they know it's gonna be short term, and they're
partying,
loud, and it's gonna disrupt the neighbors. We did it as like we're a quiet couple, which we are, really.
Yeah, we don't do anything.
Yeah, we're here just, growing our business, living in Barcelona, so on and so forth. If you have a pet, I wouldn't tell them that you have a pet communicating through WhatsApp
That's
or email.
the biggest tip I can, don't tell them, like before you go look at the apartment, when you're WhatsApping them, don't tell them that you have a pet.
Especially if it's a dog, they're gonna tell you,
like,
oh, we don't allow pets.
We don't allow pets.
So when we started catching on to that with our dog, I started telling them, I was like, don't mention the dog until we get there. When we spoke to the agent, they were like, oh, we don't allow pets, but it's fine, your dog is nice, we can come. We even brought our dog with us on a lot of the apartment hunts.
Yeah.
Sell your animal too, sell them as they're quiet, they're peaceful, so on and so forth, which our dog actually is, but you gotta put in the sell, because they're not just like, they're pretty particular on who they're renting out to. They want to make sure you're not disrupting the locals. So you gotta put on your shirt and tie and go on in there and sell.
Whenever you come here and you're looking for an apartment, a lot of people haven't gotten their papers ready.
Yeah, you
whether
just moved
it's residency, the work,
anything.
Whatever it is. Whenever you're looking at the apartment, talk to the people about like if they can work with you. That's what we did. Yeah. We were like, hey, we're working for ourselves. They don't really like that here in Spain. They prefer that you have a work contract. So you really have to like
sell yourself. You gotta turn on those puppy eyes and just be like, we're working towards it. Like, this is something that we're really looking forward to.
We'll have the Nia before this time, and then so
then they'll be like, no pasa nada. We go ahead. We got you. We'll take care of it. And You really got to put yourself out there, and then they will work with you.
If you're going for a long-term contract, you can ask them to create like a 6-month contract, and then once we got our paperwork, that's when we signed the
actual long term. Now, with that being said, that's our experience. Everybody's experience is going to be a little bit differently, but kind of use these as a guideline to help you navigate on how to find a place here. So now that we got all that out of the way, I'm going to have Dua give you guys the best advice that we could possibly give you when it comes to finding an apartment here, because if I came here by myself, there's no way I would have known this. So Dua, take it away.
The first thing is obviously the agency. Yeah, I was looking at our notes. If you're from America, the agency fee here is really high compared to in the
Very
States.
high.
It's 10% of your rent for the whole year. If your rent is around 1,000, it's the whole year is 12,000. So 10% of that is 1,200.
And you have to pay that up front.
And you don't get it back.
No.
And basically they don't do anything for you. Sometimes I see people in the Barcelona group saying like they're asking for more. So just be careful, because I'm pretty sure this is like in the laws that it should be 10%. That's like a normal agency fee. So if you see that, it's probably correct.
Yeah. They might have changed it, but if they didn't check the laws while you're down here, make sure they're not scamming you.
Yeah, just try to find an agency that has the 10%. Next thing is the deposit. Fianza, which is
you got a lot of money you have to save up just to enter the apartment. So keep that in mind.
So the deposit, the fianza, that is
not fiance.
Fianza.
I'm gonna have good dad jokes.
Yes. It's 1 or 2 months. So my last apartment when I lived here 4 years ago, I had to pay 6 months.
What she's saying is 6 months of
rent.
the actual rent ahead of moving into the place.
Barcelona is not very like friendly when it comes to people working for themselves. They prefer that you have a contract. If you have a work contract in Spain, they will usually give you 1 or 2 months of deposit. You get that back at the end of the contract if the apartment is in good condition. But
so don't party and tear the place up.
But if you work for yourself or you work in a different country, they might actually ask for 6 months, which I find ridiculous and I wouldn't do it again. Another thing in Spain is like you never know if the agency is gonna give back the money, which is really sad because it's just a known thing here in Barcelona, so be careful. That's why I say I don't recommend doing the 6-month thing, even though I did it myself. But the normal thing is 1 or 2 months. It's usually 2 months. Another fee that it's not really a fee, but I want you guys to be aware of this is when you're about to sign the contract, you pay the agency fee, which is 10%. You pay the fianza, which is the deposit, which is 2 months. 2 months up front. And then there is another month that is the current month. So that is just you paying the rent for the first month. For
simple math, 1,000 euros for a place, you could end up paying about 4,000 to 5,000 euros up front to the apartment agency. And just be like, here you go. That's it. It's gone.
5K.
Have fun with it, because I can't.
And they don't do anything.
They don't clean the apartment before you come into. I don't know if it's like that all around Barcelona, but I know I had the deep cleanest place when I came.
I saw a post in the Barcelona group, and there are so many people complaining about this because the thing is like they will give you an apartment and it's dirty, and then when you move out, they expect it to be clean.
Expect it to be spotless.
Yeah, because if it's not clean, now your deposit is gone.
If there's something that needs to be fixed, you can contact the agency, but depending on when they come and fix it, it's all up to you. So you pretty much have to fix it yourself. So where does the deposit and the fees go to? So don't expect, depending on where you're coming from, I know like in the States, we expect it to be clean before we move in. Don't expect that here. I don't know where it's like anywhere else, but don't expect that here.
People are saying like, if you're gonna start complaining about it and you're expecting it to be like clean, you're just wasting your time. You really are.
Yeah.
You just have to move on.
It
sucks.
You can't hire a cleaning service, which it's pretty affordable here. It could be about 20, 30 euros
Yeah.
to have somebody come in and clean. But I like things done a certain kind of way, so I'd just rather do it myself. I'm a DIY kind of person.
You're a clean freak.
That's pretty much the best advice we can give you. We've been bringing up this Barcelona group so many times. If you go on Facebook and type in like Barcelona expats or expats in Barcelona, you can join that group and you can ask any question and so many people will answer. You can find friends, you can find locations, restaurants, all
Also,
different kinds of things.
use the search thing in the group. You can search like agencies or
in the
whatever.
Facebook group.
Yeah.
So make sure to check that out, and that'll help you out a lot if you have any questions. Also, comment down below. We'll do our best to answer your questions as well.
Never sign the contract. Like, sign it when you get the keys.
Have somebody review it.
Don't pay anything up front. Like, yeah. Just be careful because they're putting up like hotel rooms on the idea list.
Yes, they are. It was a blessing from God, the place we found and the agency that we're dealing with. They have been absolutely amazing. I'm not going to give out the agency name because of legal reasons.
And we don't know if we'll get our deposit.
Yeah, but so far they've been absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It's been a blessing. The location is amazing. The apartment has been great, but not everybody runs into that. So
yeah, just
be aware.
Careful.
Be aware. That's pretty much all we have for you guys today, I believe, unless you got anything else you want to add.
No, just email us because I know he will respond.
Yeah,
if you have any questions.
If you comment down in the comment, I'll answer as best as possible. But if you want a detailed answer, shoot us an email.
Yeah.
Okay. If you like the video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the family. We love to have you. Turn on that notification bell so you can be alerted when we post. If you want to check out some more Barcelona videos, go ahead and click this box right here. Relationship videos, you can do that one. We don't do as much of those, but you can check them out. They're kind of funny sometimes. And yeah, that's pretty much all we have for today. We are excited to see you guys. Sometimes my words kind of blend and I talk too fast. But we're excited to see you guys in our next video. Looking forward to your comments.